Floss Tube. It is Sunday the 31st of January. Hope you are all doing well. My name is Kerry, aka Kitty Stitcher. I answer to both, I don't mind. It's nice to see you here. It's the first month of the year done. It's gone quick, hasn't it? Well, they all go quick. I'm not sure how this film is going to go today because Poppy will not leave me alone. I've just put some catnip spray down on the carpet and some of the toys, so I'm hoping that will keep her occupied while I film this video because every time I've started to talk so far she comes over for cuddles, but I think we're okay at the moment. So let's jump right into it. I've had a reasonable stitching month. Haven't accomplished quite everything I wanted to, but I've kind of been distracted with new starts, believe it or not, you know, considering I don't like starting a lot of new things. I mean, I knew I was going to be starting the Mystery Cell, but I started and finished one other piece and started two others as well. So, yeah, whoopsie. So, shall we start with the one that I started and finished? That seems like a good place to start. Ugh. Right, quite a while ago, and it is quite a while, I showed these 6 little kits that I have. So there's only 5 in the bag now, obviously. They're all the same pattern, but different colourways. And they are Jane Greenoff. She runs the Cross Stitch Guild here in the UK, and she has some really beautiful patterns on her website and different patterns as well, you know, because most of her stuff is very traditional, but you kind of don't see it anywhere else. And I mean, I'm not a sampler person particularly, but even I love some of the samplers that she's got on there. And she also does a lot of, she does lots of biscornus, what those other things, what bows is it, something like that. She has those as well, and yeah, she has quite a variety, but I'll put a link to her website below, but I recommend that you go and give her a look. But like, yeah, this is, they're all the colourways are named after ballets. The one I've done is Coppelia, which I'll show you in a minute, but this is Petrushka, and they have, like, the little kits have the colours in. There's one variegated, oops, it's hard to see, 3 solids, 1 metallic, and coordinating beads. But yeah, that's Petrushka. Then we have Giselle, Swan Lake. I think Stitching Joanne said she liked this one the best. Nutcracker, I love that. I've seen that ballet and oh, it's amazing. And Firebird. But I've had these for years and they're still on her website. I paid £9 for them, but they're now £10. But I think to have only gone up £1 in all the years that I've had them is quite amazing. But here is Coppelia. Let me get her the right way up, not that it really matters. Ah, that's the right way. There's Coppelia. I did change the fabric because I did start on the linen, but because the linen, obviously it's not even because it's got slubs in it, like especially where you were doing like these like satin stitches, it just didn't look right at all. I didn't like it. I think, actually, just bear with me, I think I might still have the linen that I started on. No, I've not. Forget that. No, I've not. But yeah, so I decided to switch it out. This is an offcut of Lilac Ice by Jodery Designs. That's it. And it's an opalescent one, a 28 count. But yeah, but there's a variety of stitches. You've got some satin stitch there. You can see some beads there. There's an Algerian eyelet in the middle. I've obviously got back stitching. Those are half road stitches. Now all of there's actually very little cross stitch in this, but it's going to be really difficult to see, but a lot of the outside is done in either four-sided stitch there, or tiny little road stitches all around there. Now on the instructions were not good, I have to admit, and I had to use the picture on the front for reference a lot. It said there should be queen stitches in it, but I could not find anywhere that had a queen stitch. But isn't it beautiful? But at least now when I do the others I can use this as reference. I mean really, you don't need to buy all 6 patterns, you could just buy one in whichever colourway you like the best, and then just use a pattern with, you know, any colours that you've got, because as long as you've got one variegated, 2 solids that, you know, complement each other, then you need, for contrast, you need like the opposing colour on the colour wheel, some metallic, which is just in between, and the beads are optional, coordinating beads, and yeah, I love it though, and I will definitely be doing the other 5. They make a nice little break really from like when I was doing my doing my Haid. They're a nice little break. So that was a start and a finish. I'm not going to FFO them until I've done them all. Oops, the patterns out. Just because I want them all framed the same, really. So yes, so I will frame them afterwards. And I've got these in. Look at the bag, isn't it so cute? I've had it for ages. It's we can tell it was a so much to love bag that I got. Excuse me, I've got a dry throat. Catnip seems to be working at the moment. Poppy and Andy are rolling around over there. Cross stitch junkie. Yep. Right, I'll show you another new start. Now this one I've been wanting to start for a long time. I bought it a couple of years ago. I managed to find it on Etsy. And this is by Abris Art, and it's called Fairy Tale Town. And it is very, very long. It came with 14 count Ada, and on 14 count the size was like 1.6 meters wide by 27 centimeters, no, 1.6 meters long by 27 centimeters wide, which is 64.1 by 10.6 inches. Now I did actually get a custom cut of 18 count from Kate at Lakeside Needlecraft, so I'm doing it on 18. But I actually saw this done. It was after I'd bought it. I saw it done on Luda, Cross Stitch with Luda. I saw it on her channel. A friend of hers had done it and she showed it, and I was like, oh god, and I just so wanted to do it. So what I'm actually doing, I didn't realise that last week, oh no, Poppy's coming. Poppy, that catnip didn't work for long, did it? She's like my little sidekick. But yeah, what was I saying? I'm suffering a lot with my brain fog today. I've had a really bad pain flare up this past few weeks. I don't know whether you can tell in my eyes. I'm just so tired because it woke me up several times in the night. I'm gritting my teeth and getting through this today, but it's not easy. But I'm afraid my brain fog's not good at all. You wouldn't believe the silly things I did when I got in the shower, like trying to shampoo my hair without even wetting it. Yeah. I forgot what I was even saying. Anyway, oh, that was it. Yeah, I didn't realise last weekend was 24 hours of cross stitch weekend because I'm not on Facebook, and I've been checking her blog, but I haven't seen any dates put up. And it was only when I saw Pam from Pam's Crafty Corner, I think she's Corner. I saw her post about it. So what I decided to do, because usually like I set a timer and I try and get in as many actual stitching hours in the 48-hour period that I can. So what I decided to do, so I'd use a timer and I would get 24 hours stitched on this new project. I thought I'd have it done by today, but no, I'm only up to hour 15. This past few days, between a combination of my pain and I don't know what, and falling asleep, I've just not got very far. I've managed 15 hours, but it's looking amazing. This is my start. Doesn't it look great? I'm really glad that I actually swapped it out for the 18 count because, Poppy, because having that smaller, hang on, it's blowing out a bit. Having that smaller, you know, the smaller count, I just think it adds to the detail of it. So yeah, and as you can see, I'm outlining as I go. But yeah, I was going to do it like sideways on one of my Millennium frames, but I just couldn't manage to like get my arm underneath it. It was too big. So I put it on an 8x8 Q snap, but there was just no way with all the fabric that it was going to work. So I've put it on an 11x11 Q snap, which actually is a bit better because I can attach my pattern to the top of it. I've got a frog here just because I had a few frogging incidents yesterday, so he's meant to be keeping the other frogs away, but he's not been working very well. But yeah, that is Fairy Tale Town by Abris Art. Now, you can see obviously it's huge, and I have a thing for big patterns. It's very rare that I do a small, like, you know, like that other one, but yeah, that is big. So that's going to be a long-term project. Next we have my temperature garden. I've just stitched yesterday's temperature because I always stitch like a day behind because I stitch the actual temperature rather than the predicted one. But here is where we are so far. Oh no, Andy's coming now. And this is January. It's been cold. I've had a few milder days, but it's just going colder again at the moment. You can see how cold it was at the start of the year. We've had quite a bit of snow, which, like, we didn't get any snow at all last year. Because we always tend to get most of our snow in sort of January and February and sometimes early March, but mainly January and February. But yeah, it started snowing between Christmas and New Year in my part of England. And it stayed with us for about 2 weeks. I couldn't get out on the scooter. My mum couldn't get here because, you know, it was just frozen solid. Here's Andy. You're all being little pains today. But yeah, it's been a cold month, but I'm enjoying it. I've been comparing it to last year's temperature garden, and it's definitely been colder this January than it was last January. There's no doubt about it. But I'm still enjoying that. So please bear with me putting things away as I go. But by the time I finish these videos, I'm just so tired that the last thing I want to do is start sorting out. So I do it as I go. And as always, I'm forgetting to tell you, that was on 28 count Cairns Birdwing Butterfly by Jodrey Designs. Remembered. Like I said, brain fog, it is a real thing, believe you me. And yeah, the next one is another new start, and this was the Mystery Stitch Along by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. It's the Made to Create Sal. I am doing it on, have I got it in here? No, I've not. Oh, this is 32 count Rubescent. Remembered, Rubescent, 32 count Rubescent, and it's like a purple with pink. But that's my start. I've done this month. So that's a letter E, and it's made up of a crochet hook, a tube of paint, a pencil and a needle with some thread. And then we've got a camera and a jigsaw puzzle piece, and that's the needle minder that came with it. It's Made to Create. It's lovely. I love Sally's needle minders. They're the enamel ones, and the needles just stick so well to them. Yes, sorry, I caught your head then. But yeah, that's Made to Create. It's bin day tomorrow. Everybody's starting putting their bins out. If you hear any rumbles. I've got another new start which I haven't actually got with me. It's one I keep at my mum's, and it is it's a Mill Hill, you know, one of the little Mill Hill kits, and I think it's called Snowflakes. I've not even got a picture of where I'm up to. I'll put a picture of what it will look like when it's finished here. And I've just noticed we've got Poppy's eye in that corner. Literally keeping an eye on me, aren't you? Yeah. Excuse me. But there's not really anything to show you. I've only literally done a few stitches in it. I think I've worked on it twice, but I'm always so busy talking when I'm at mum's that I don't really get that much stitched on it. So hoping it'll be finished in time for next Christmas, but we'll see. So last but not least is the big one. This is my Heaven and Earth design called Ashley Gardens. The artwork is by Dennis Lewin, and like I say, it's charted by Haid. I'm stitching it 1/1 full cross on 25 count Murano, and I'm just trying to summon up the energy to pick it up because it's blooming heavy. But yeah. Oh, I'll put a picture in of where I was when you saw it last month here. And I'll also put a picture of what it will look like when it's finished. And are we ready? Oh, it's heavy. Oh. Here we are. Oops, hang on, get that caught on there. And Poppy's slightly in the way. I didn't totally achieve my goal. I finished off, where was I? I finished off that page last month, and I'd hoped to have finished this page, but that was when I got distracted by other new starts. But I'm about 2/3 of the way through that page, and then I have only one full page and one partial page. Then this row will be finished, and the next row down is when we get into all the good stuff. But yeah, I love working on this, and I'm sort of in one way regretting that I committed myself to doing these 24 hours on this other project, because I want to get back to this. Because even though it's like big blocks of colour at the moment, which isn't my favourite thing, I'm still enjoying it, and I'm missing it at the moment. But that's that. Right, what should we do next? We'll do Stash, which is teeny tiny. This first one I actually bought at the beginning of December. It was an early Christmas present to myself. But like, I'd ordered the hand-dyed fabric to go with it, but I know, like, as everybody, you know, they've been having a lot of problems getting hold of the fabric, so it didn't actually come until a couple of weeks ago. But this is by Pulse Stitches, and it's only a computer mock-up of it, but it's called Purple Heart, because I love purple, and I love flowers, and I love hearts, and I love bees as well. Isn't it lovely? And I got the full kit. So I got all the DMCs. It's got beads, and this is the hand-dyed fabric to go with it. It's a 32 count Murano Lugano. Lugano. Oh, I don't know. What's the colour? Oh, Storminess is the colour. I can't wait to do that. It's only small. It's only 6 by 5.5 inches. So I could knock that out in no time. But yeah, that was my Christmas present to myself, so happy Christmas me. The other bit of stash isn't really stash. My lovely niece, who I love to bits, and it's a good job I do, has taught me into crocheting her a cardigan. Now, I have dabbled in crochet since I was really small, probably seven years old, something like that. You know, I could crochet before I could cross stitch, but I've never really done anything. I've made lots of granny squares, lots and lots of granny squares. I've made blankets, things like that, but I always sort of just do my own design. I never follow a pattern. So this is the first time ever I'm going to try and follow a pattern. So this is the pattern I'm doing. It's by the Make and Do crew, and it's the Day Date cardigan. Now the way I'm doing it is it's from a lady who Emmy showed me, my niece Emmy, she showed me her Instagram pictures, and she's done this cardigan, but she's done it in loads of different colourways, and it's basically made up like of 2 hexagons, and she's done it using, you know, different colours and everything. So Emmy's asked me to do this for her birthday. Her birthday's at the beginning of May. It's 10 days before mine, actually. So I've got a bit of time to do it, but it says it's for less experienced crocheters, which is good. And also she does have like video tutorials on her website, which will probably come in very handy. So I'm going to try and do that. Now, I got Emmy to choose her own colourway, and this is what she has chosen. It's in my lovely bag by the So Trendy Crafter, who I will link below. I do have one of her, let's see, I am using one of her project bags as well, but it's over there. Right, these are the colours that she's chosen. So, well, very nice. So I love that blue. Blue's my second favourite colour. In fact, one in those 2 colours I think would be lovely. But if it's successful, it's a big if. I think I might do one for myself, actually, because it looks a really comfy cardigan. It looks easy. There's no buttons or zips or anything like that on it. We shall see. But yeah, that's what she's chosen. So that was my only other sort of stash, but it's not really stash because it's for Emmy's birthday. So yeah. So that's that. So next, oh, I always forgot, because I forgot last month, Mum's progress. Yeah, so backtrack a little bit. Mum's progress on her stitching. I was going to do a video of it, but I haven't been round this week, so I haven't been able to do it. But I got her to send me a picture. She sent me one at 1:30 this morning, because me and Mum are the opposite. I'm a morning person, she's a night person. So she stays up late stitching. I'm usually in bed by sort of 7:30, 8 o'clock. But yeah, she's just had another page finish. She's on her 3rd row now out of 4, but the bottom one aren't full pages. So she is stitching Bridge of Tranquility. The artwork is by Charles Water. I'm sure about that. And it's charted by Artsy, who, for both of us, Artsy are our favourite full coverage designers. And I'll put a picture of what it will look like finished here. And I'll insert Mum's picture of where she is now. Doesn't it look amazing? Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, you know, Mum being Mum, she's like, oh, I'm going so slow on this project. Oh, it's taken me over a week to do this page. Yeah, she's amazing. She really is. So I will remember to insert those things this month. Hi, it's me. Please excuse the pyjama top and the fluffy cardigan. But I'm just editing and realised that I've forgotten to tell you all about the lovely rack I received. And I'm so sorry that I forgot to mention it, but I did warn you about my brain fog. But yeah, I received a rack. And I asked the person who gave it to me if I could mention her name, and she said yes. And it was off Lorna, the Ladybird Stitcher, who I'll link below. For a long time now, I've been drooling over one of the charts that she's stitching. It's by Tilton Designs, and it's called Juliet. And it's a scene from like Romeo and Juliet when Juliet's on the balcony and there's like roses around it, because like, you know, from like the famous, passage that Romeo says. And it's just absolutely beautiful. The colours are stunning. And every time Lorna's shown it, I've just always drooled over it. But it's been an out-of-print pattern. On one of her recent videos, she said that Tilton Crafts were bringing back a few of this artist by Takaki, I think. We're bringing back a few of his patterns. Anyway, she emailed me, no, she didn't email me, she messaged me on WhatsApp the other night. No, she didn't. It wasn't on WhatsApp, it was on Instagram. I'm so sorry, brain fog, tired. Yeah, she messaged me on Instagram the other night to say that she'd seen on the group that there was some patterns available from him, and she said, which one was it that I wanted? And I said, it's definitely Juliet. She asked for my email address, and I thought she was going to get Shelley, I think, from Tilton Crafts to send me a PayPal invoice. Anyway, I went to sleep then because it was, well, late for me. It was about probably 9 o'clock, which is really late. And anyway, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and there was an email from Tilton Crafts with the chart. And when I went on Instagram, Lorna had said, like, to look out for it in my email, and she sent it me, and it's so nice. Thank you so much, Lorna. I've wanted this chart for a long time. I'll insert a picture of what it will look like here. Isn't it lovely? It's so cute. I just love those colours, are amazing. And I showed it to my mum. Mum doesn't usually like pictures with people in them, but even she said, oh, how are you stopping yourself from just starting it now? And I said, with a lot of difficulty. So yeah, I'm not sure when I can start it, but I will be starting it as soon as I possibly can. So thank you so much, Lorna. It put a massive smile on my face. Anyway, back to the regularly scheduled programme. So next, we'll move on to our giveaway portion of the video. So last month's giveaway was for this amazing Mystic Stitch chart, which my mum stitched, and it sat above the fireplace in her house. And the winner of this chart was Erin Smith, who has the most adorable little tabby cat. So it looks like a tabby cat on her profile picture. Erin, I have commented on your comment, but if you could please email me your address, which is in the Dropbox below, then I will send this chart to you as soon as I can. It does depend, because it's a half-hour ride on my scooter up to the the post office and back again. So it very much does depend on weather, on on how quick I can get this out to you. But I will certainly get it out to you as soon as I can. Now, for this month, we have a very special giveaway. In fact, we have two very special giveaways, because I hadn't realised until after my video last month I'm actually over 2,000 subscribers. Yay! So thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed. So because of that, I've got a very special giveaway this month. Like I said, I'm just reaching down to grab sort of like one thing. As I said, there's going to be 2 prizes this month, 2 for 2,000, obviously. The first prize is going to be one of these bags. Obviously not this bag. You'll be able to choose your own fabric, but you're going to get one of these project bags with handles and a zipper. It's a beautiful zipper, by the way. It zips really nicely. And not only will you get that, but you will also get a matching accessory bag, which also has a little thing on it. And not only that, but you will get, she says when she can find it, I can't find it, but you will also get a matching thread catcher, a little art catcher. And not only that, I'm going to ask her to do some grime guards in the size of your choice as well. So whoever wins this, like I said, I will give you a link to a fabric wear website that I like to use, and you can choose your own fabric, which I will then get sent to the lovely lady who's going to stitch it. I got to know her through a friend of a friend. Well, I got to know her through my friend Anne, and it's a friend of hers who does these. She does have like a sewing business on Facebook, which I will link below if you want to go and if you want to go and follow her. Her name's Charlotte, and she does just, I mean, I've had quite a few bags off her, and she just does the most amazing. I mean, it feels so lovely. She does the most amazing bags. So that is the first prize. I will ship anywhere. So if you would like to win that, please comment bag in your comment. The second prize is going to be a £20 gift voucher, or the equivalent currency, to an online shop of your choosing. So if, for example, if you're in the UK like me, it could be like Lakeside Needlecraft. If you're in the US, it could be a US one. If you're in Australia, it could be, wherever you want, whichever shop you want. Or if you want, I'll even do an Etsy voucher if you want the £20 for Etsy. We'll work it out, whatever you want. So if you would like to win that, please comment gift in your comments. You can enter for both, but you can only win one. Like I said, for the bag, I will ship anywhere, so anybody's free to enter and enjoy it. So that is it, I think, for this month. I'm sure by the time I've finished I'll have forgotten. Oh, the only thing is, at the end of this video, for those of you who are interested, I filmed a video of all the cats because one of my followers asked me about my kitty crew and about which cats I have and what have you. So I've actually filmed a short video talking about the different cats. So if you're not interested, that's it. You can just turn off. And if you are, stay tuned, and that's coming up next. So thank you very much again for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers who've got me over 2,000 subscribers. I think it's coming up to my 7th Floss Tube anniversary, I think, before long. I've been doing this for 7 years nearly. Wow. So yeah, and I've just realised, it's a fitting time to have a 2,000 subscriber giveaway when it's my 50th Floss Tube video. I have done way more than 50 videos because, well, there are some Floss Tube extras, but for about 2 years I stopped recording on this channel, and I actually was doing daily vlogs showing my stitching on another channel. So in theory I've probably done nearly 700 videos, but yeah, there's only actually 50 actual Floss Tube videos. So, but yeah, anyway, that's enough of me waffling. Like I said, enjoy the cats if you want to. thank you so much again for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all your comments, which I absolutely love reading all your comments. And I hope you're making the best of what you can. We are still in lockdown here in England. There's no exact date for when we're going to come out of it yet. In my part of England, we've pretty much been in lockdown since last March, apart from we had a few weeks in the summer where things were relaxed, the rules were relaxed a little bit more. But we've pretty much been in lockdown since March. Mum left the village for the first time on Wednesday, but that was only because she's had her jab, and she had to go, like, the doctor's surgery in our village has closed because they say it's not safe. So it's only the main surgery, which is in sort of a town next to us. So she got to go there. She actually left the village for the first time since last March. But yeah, that was it. She just went there and came straight back again. We're both being very careful and, you know, trying to keep away from other people. Well, we are keeping away from other people. I only see Mum and my carers. Mum only sees me. So yeah, I'm really missing my dad. I'd love to see my brother and my sister-in-law. And I haven't seen my niece since, like, Christmas before last. So anyway, I keep saying I'm going. I am going. I need another cup of tea because this one's going cold. There's not much left. And I'm going to sit and do some stitching. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to edit this video and then I'm going to sit and do some stitching. So yeah, you know, hope you've had a good January as best you can. Hope you have a good February as best you can. Oh, the closing date for that giveaway will be the 28th of February, which is when I will draw. And I'll be back again for my next video. So until then, have fun, guys. Bye. One of my lovely followers asked me if I would do a video of all the cats, explaining who I had. So I was going to start off with the oldest, but in fact, we're starting with the youngest. Andy. This is Andy. Yes. He's the baby of the group, and he's a complete and absolute nutter. He's 7 years old. We did used to have his brother. I used to have his brother Roger as well, but unfortunately Roger started attacking Charlie, so unfortunately we had to rehome Roger, but we still got Andy, but he's an absolute nutter, and in fact here's his playmate Poppy. Oh, there she goes again. We'll look at Poppy in a bit. But yep, this is Andy, and he's very, very cute, even though he's bonkers. And here is our oldest member of the group. This is Charlie. He's 11 and he's a real chatterbox. Well, he's probably not going to talk for us now, are you, Charlie? Charlie? No, he's not going to talk. But he's a real chatterbox, and well, there you go. And he's really good company. He sits on my lap while I'm stitching, and he's a good boy. This is Jess, also known as Baby Jess, because she was originally going to be the baby of the group, but that changed. And Jess is 8. Yeah, she's born in 2012. Like all of my cats are rescues, but Jess is the only one that I've got who was actually born while her mum was in foster care. So I've had her with me since she was 3 weeks old, because her mum and her siblings, when they were 3 weeks old, came to live with me while I fostered them, and ended up keeping Jess because I have a thing for black cats, I must admit. But she's rather antisocial. She loves her mum, but she'll ignore anybody else who comes to the house and tries to stroke her. But she's a little pudding, aren't you? Her favourite place at the moment is that washing up bowl on top of the fridge, which really I don't need that washing up bowl. I could throw it away, but Jess seems to like it, so we keep it there. And one of Jess's favourite things to do is to stare at the wall and meow at it at the top of her voice. Isn't it, Jess? That's Jess. And we have Mikey on the left and his sister Missy, who's curled up in a ball at the moment. They are 10 years old, and they came to me as they were advertised in the local paper. There was like a not front page, but there was like a full page story about them, about from the RSPCA who were fostering them, asking for a special home for these two one-eyed kittens. They took an awful lot of work because Missy had her one remaining eye. There was only like part of the eye there, and it was constantly getting infected. They were ferals, so I had to go through all that. But I mean, Mikey has turned into like one of the softest cats you will ever meet. He loves nothing more than a good belly rub. Missy is a very nervous cat. Did I say your name then? But her nickname is My Little Princess, and she is. You're my little princess, aren't you, Missy? She's currently being treated at the moment. She's got a bit of like a skin condition, like just underneath her, but it's doing loads better now. Oh, in fact, I need to give her a tablet today. That's just reminded me. She has a tablet every other day, which I need to give her. But yeah, they're both fairly quiet cats, although Missy does like to have a good play sometimes, but yeah. Mike is my little teddy bear, that's his nickname. Then we've got Daisy. Daisy is also 8, like Jess. She's a few months older than Jess, and she came into foster care with her sister Poppy, who you'll see in a minute. Oh, look, you see, Mike has just rolled over for a belly rub. Yeah, you're just showing off just how soft you are. He's like a little dog, he'll just roll over in front of you, saying, rub my belly, rub my belly. Yeah, nothing gets better. Everything, you read in books, oh, you know, don't touch a cat's stomach, they don't like it. Yeah, nobody told Mikey that, did they? Anyway, back to Daisy. Yeah, she came into foster care with her sister Poppy when they were about 4 weeks old, and there was another one who I'd called Lily, but unfortunately she didn't make it. She just basically pined away for her mum. But Daisy and Poppy came to me when they were about 6 weeks old. They were a bit underweight, so they were on special food for a while, but as you can see, there's nothing underweight about Daisy now. Daisy is the most chilled out cat you could ever meet. Totally cool, totally chilled. And in fact, when I moved into this bungalow like 4 months ago, I'd put them all in the bathroom while everything was being sorted out and doors were open, etc. And as soon as I opened the bathroom door to let them out, like 6 cats were like cowering in the back of their carriers. Daisy just strolled out, calm as a cucumber, as if she'd been here all of her life, jumped up in a window and just sat there looking out the window for a while. Yeah, I know you want belly rubs, I know, I'm sorry, am I ignoring you? And then her sister Poppy was just behind us, zoom out. So obviously Poppy is also 8. Poppy's nickname is the Diva because, believe you me, she is a little diva. She's a total mummy's girl, aren't you? She follows me around everywhere. But and she has a cute little habit of, like, if she wants to be stroked, she puts her hand up to you'll see if she'll do it. What, Poppy? Are you a cute girl? Are you going to put your hand up, show everybody how you beg for a cuddle? Are you? Go on then. Are you going to do it? Are you a good girl? She's like, no, I'm not performing. I'm not a seal. But yeah, she's, like I said, she's good friends with Andy. They like to run around together, chasing each other, pouncing on each other. But yeah, and I think that's everyone. I think that's all 7. So that's my kitty crew.